Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's finally here, the moment that lots of people have been waiting for a couple reasons. One, it is the last in a series of unboxings, and now we're actually going to get started building some of these kits. And two, well, this is pretty much everybody's favorite kit, the LPK 75 from Solo Guitars. You've seen me do one of these before. Beautiful spalted maple top, Les Paul style guitar. It turned out awesome. Seems to be everybody's favorite. We're going to do another one. This time I'm going to show you very specifically in the series how to tint a spalted maple top, because you can't just go in and stain it. Doesn't really work that way. So we're going to go through that. I'm going to use water-based finishes for it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be stuff that you can do at home very easily. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I don't think this particular kit really needs any further introduction. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. You'll see once again what comes in the box. We'll do the initial checks to make sure that this thing is in decent condition to get started. And then we can finally get started building these things. Yes. Let's take a look at exactly what it is that we're dealing with here. I've got high expectations for this kit, so hopefully it lives up to them. We'll take a quick look at the neck here. First off, the veneer on the headstock, really nice. Not symmetrical on this one, like the other one was. This one actually has kind of a sweeping pattern to it, which I really like. So I'm excited about that. The frets are a little bit dirty looking. You can kind of see almost a coppery hue to them. That'll clean up nicely, and I think they need to be leveled anyway, but a little bit dirty. We can fix that. Body looks awesome, of course. No surprise there. The figured top is beautiful. Again, nice and symmetrical this time. It's a book matched veneer. Keep in mind it's a very thin veneer, which limits what you can do with it a little bit, but you can't really stain spalted maple that well anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The back is a nice mahogany. It's a two-piece. The joint is actually very difficult to see there, so that's really nice. We've got our standard hardware here, mostly inexpensive stuff that if you're looking to build kind of a serious guitar, you'll probably want to replace much of, but you know, the stuff like the knobs, the aesthetic pieces, there's nothing wrong with any of those, and they work quite well. You're not going to use the strings that come with the kit, presumably, nor will you use the cable that comes with it. The electronics are okay. You might want to consider replacing that stuff as well, again, if you're doing a real serious build. And the pickups are a standard kind of inexpensive two-conductor pickup, but they actually sound okay. I've played them before. They work fine. The bridge and stop tail, again, work fine. There's nothing wrong with them. You may want to consider replacing them for a little bit of extra intonation room and everything, but they certainly serve the purpose. Now I go to put the neck in here, and it's a beautiful snug fit. It's actually a little bit difficult to get in, which is pretty much precisely what you want for an ideal fit. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but it might not be super critical that it's snug like this, that it's quite this snug, but again, we'll address that later. For now, I'm very pleased with that. Not very often can you put a neck in without gluing it and then use a neck rest like that. Now, you've all seen me do this before if you've been watching my videos. I disassemble the post parts and put them into the holes, and I do the same for the stop tail just to make sure that everything looks good and lines up correctly. But most importantly here is the bridge there. You want to make sure that you put that on first and test by running something from the nut slots down to the bridge slots to ensure that the strings are going to run on the fretboard and that the neck isn't on there crooked. Now, another very good way to do this is to actually install the two E strings to check that they run down the sides of the neck evenly. But if you put some tension on a nice long ruler like this, that works fine as well. And then don't forget to check your scale length by making sure that the distance from the nut to the 12th fret is the same as the distance from the 12th fret to the bridge saddles. Keeping in mind that your bridge saddles don't all go in a straight line across the guitar, and the bridge is usually angled slightly, so you have to accommodate for that and just make sure that it's all kind of within that range. Usually the taper is something along the lines of 1/8 of an inch. As you can see from these close-up shots, this thing looks beautiful. Again, the frets need some cleaning, but aside from that, the finish is great as far as the wood finishing goes. The fretboard looks really nice. All the inlays are in good condition and everything. Hardware is in great condition, and the veneer looks fantastic. So we've got a nice binding on there and everything. I'm really excited to show you guys what we can do with this with just some simple water-based finishes. I kept it very straightforward last time and did only hand-applied finishes on the other series, so if you haven't seen that series yet, go back and check it out. It turned out beautifully, and we did a full upgrade video at the end, so that thing has awesome new hardware in it and looks fantastic. This one we're going to build kind of stock first, and we'll do some work to it to make it more interesting as we go, but I'm going to show you guys how to do kind of the basic assembly work and all of that as part of my series with Solo Music Gear for their website, and of course as part of the video series for my channel. Well guys, I mean, what more can you ask for, really? Look at this. That's not glued in there. Like I just pushed that in there. That's an incredible fit. I'm super happy with this. Frets need to be cleaned, but they probably need to be leveled anyway, so that really doesn't make any difference. That looks good. I'm excited about this one. Now guys, on the note of the neck joint, I kind of need to dispel a little bit of an illusion here that I think I might have helped create. Obviously, this one is fantastic. It's a beautiful joint. It matches up seemingly perfectly, and it's very, it's really in there. And that's a good thing, of course, but maybe not as critical as I once thought it was. I recently joined this luthiers guild full of like really talented luthiers, and then me. And some of the neck joints these guys make are insane. It's literally just like wood on wood and stuff like that. No surround, just like a single part bond. And their guitars all sound incredible. They play beautifully. They look awesome, and they sound incredible. Check out the link to the Facebook group. I'll put it in the description. Geppetto's Guild, it's called. And like I said, full of really talented, really cool luthiers. No boring guitars in there. And yeah, some of the neck joints these guys make are just insane, and they work great. So I've kind of stopped believing that you need to have this massive, bond on all sides, perfect fit to get a proper joint to make things reverberate properly and sound good. It just doesn't seem to be the case. You can get away with some pretty creative stuff, and frankly, if there's a tiny gap in there and it's bonded on correctly on one or two of the sides, as long as cosmetically you can make that work, I've kind of lost the perception that it's a big deal. In fact, I'd say I've been proven wrong. So I'm not as stressed about it as I used to be. All right. I'm sure I said this in voiceover, so forgive me for repeating myself, but if you want one of these, and I think maybe you should, check out the Solo Music Gear link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so if you don't like me, just go to solomusicgear.com and check out the kit there. If you do like me and you buy it through the link in the description, it helps me out. I would appreciate it. And then they're more likely to send me more stuff so that I can demo it for you because, they know it's working. Anyway, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you like this kit and you're as excited as I am to get to work on it. It's coming up soon, along with the other like 5 of them that I've unboxed recently. So stick around, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see how all of these are done, how they all turn out. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Have a good one.